I thought this was a hair, but it's just, I'm just unraveling the shirt I'm wearing. Yay! Okay. Y'all ready?
I don't throw shade, I'm the forecast.
They say I have mental illness, and they're absolutely right.
I may not be the biggest streamer here, but I definitely have the biggest.
It's me, Sylveon, versus the world.
I don't spill the tea, I am the tea.
Get busy for Llama Rizzy.
I don't just have a good rack. I also have a bad attitude.
Welcome, trainers, to the Girly Pop Club EeVeeGC extravaganza. We, in fact, are your hosts. We are the Stone Sisters, and I am Tiny Stone.
And I am Dawn Stone. Together, we will be guiding you on this fabulous journey where Pokemon battles meet queer brilliance, creativity, and community.
And listen, divas, this is not your typical competition. The Girly Pop Cup happens in two parts. First, we're gonna go through 4 challenges. Through those challenges, you're gonna show your skills, your style, your girly popness.
And then 4 of you, that's right, just 4 of you, will journey into the grand live finale this December, where one trainer will be crowned the ultimate girly pop trainer.
Now, one thing that we wanna make clear is that different from last season, this time around, nobody is eliminated. So all of you are stuck with us for the next 4 challenges. And also that means we will get to watch you every episode, the way you shine, adapt, glow, maybe flop, but that's what this is about. Getting better, it's about improving, it's about learning, it's about falling down and trying again and falling down and trying again and breaking a leg and I don't know, maybe just losing your card, but it is what it is.
There are 3 things we look for in the next ultimate girly pop trainer. Aesthetics. We want to see your style, your presence, your branding as a trainer and as a content creator. Second, adaptability. Just like queer folks thrive against the odds, you'll need to adjust, pivot, and slay no matter what's thrown at you. And number 3, battle skill. Because at the end of the day, this is a VGC competition and we're here for battles, strategies, and showdowns.
Now let's not forget that the winner of the Girly Pop Cup EeVeeGC extravaganza will walk away with a whopping $100 gift card because that's what we can afford. And you will also leave with the legendary title of the ultimate.
That little bit of wind in Shiny's hair.
So the stakes are kinda high.
This season also follows a story because we do love ourselves some lore. Today, we're welcoming you to the region of Kitakami. We've been invited here to research evolution and terrestrialization. And as a thank you to the people of Kitakami, we'll be putting on a show, our very first Pokemon contest.
So polish those Pokeballs, put on your wigs, adjust your cameras, and get...
Hello, Archie. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Destiny. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Llama. Hello. We just started the episode. You were gagged to see yourself. You're right here. Open your eyes, Destiny. Open your eyes. Is she dead? Girl, the wig. Do you like the wig? Just a little, you know. Thank you. But thank you, Archie, so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Chalora, and I'm eating chips. And I'm a trans woman drag streamer from Canada. And we are currently watching episode 1, Girly Pop Games, featuring Archie Mark, Destiny Kai, Caddy Wampus, Aaron, Llama Rizzy, Regan Thracia, and Donavel, Prince of the Bronx. Prince of the Bronx. This is the icon who designed everything. That's me. These little borders and things. I helped design a lot of things. I helped design the challenges. I helped design the things, the pictures, you know. She's very visual, in case you couldn't tell. It's giving feather duster. I feather dust you. Can you hear it on the microphone? Just making sure. Chips. I love chips. I'm eating the late July ranch tortilla chips. They're really good. Like, I know, like, people, they're like, ranch. Ugh. Disgusting. Who like, ugh. Ranch. Ugh. But I swear, I gave these chips to people who don't like ranch, and they were like, this is good. What is this? And I was like, it's ranch. And they were like, that's not ranch. Prince of the Bronx. Flora designed everything and my presentation, thank you. Is that good or bad? I'm kidding. I did not get production help. As that's correct. The Eevee idea, yes. I was looking at the, I don't have it, but the prismatic evolution cards or whatever, and that's kind of like where the idea came from. It's also the year of Eevee, so that makes sense. I love how Pokemon was like, it's the year of Eevee, and then they just sort of like wishy-washy abandoned it. They were just like, never mind. Never mind, don't worry about it. This Dawn impression is really good. I fuck with ranch is pretty good. Like, good ranch is good. Like, you have to know. The logo is so pretty. Thank you, Ben. And then no evolution. Well, it's the year of Eevee, not the evolution. But we just started the episode, so we're just getting into it.
Ready, because trainers, the Girly Pop Talk
No Eevee Mega
has begun.
And one last thing. Are you red, EV, for me? This GPC?
I don't get it.
Voici by French Goldine.
Voici Ren. Come on, French.
You might be asking yourselves,
French
how will we
Ranch.
know who moves on to the finale if nobody gets eliminated?
I'm glad you asked. This time around, we'll have a point system, which means that the players with the most amount of points will advance to the finale.
But more will be revealed later. For now, just make sure to watch your fellow competitors closely. But enough about that. Let's talk about today's challenge.
We are organizing our very first own Girly Pop Pokemon contest, and it's your job to show us how you would shine and sparkle in that kind of contest.
You must spotlight your chosen evolution, and you may bring up to 3 Pokemon total to help tell your story. You'll choose one of 5 contest categories: beauty, cool, cute, smart, or tough, and craft a presentation that dazzles us.
We want to make sure that we see your personality, show us your brand, your message, your artistry, and make sure that the stage is yours. And remember, this contest is not only about Pokemon, but it's also about who you are.
My personality and who I am
Creators
is
and a
eating
Girly Pop
chips.
So are we ready, everybody?
Yes.
Ready? I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Hi.
Jumping in. Hello, everyone. My name is Archie Merck, also known as Archie Bald Merchandise, also known
I
as
did make
the
clips.
King of Pink,
A clip or
the
whatever,
People's
yeah.
Princess, the most steamy philosopher you've ever seen online, and I hail from the evergreen state of Washington.
Clips,
I
I mean
am a
guides.
streamer, a YouTuber. I got a little bit of a spicy side to me, and I just absolutely love Pokemon. And you can use any and all pronouns for me, but for the sake of brevity, he, him is fine, they, them is fine, whatever floats your boat. And I'm so excited to be here.
So how does everyone feel about the challenge? Like, are you excited? Have you ever wanted to be in a Pokemon contest before?
I feel like that's my dream. I've always wanted to be in a contest. Are you kidding?
Hi, Girly Pop Game viewers. My name is Caddy Wampus. I am a drag queen by night, but right now in front of me, my name is Troy. I love Pokemon. I love queer culture. Should I say my age? Or should I be like the drag race? I'm years old, and yeah, I'm excited to participate in the games. I'm coming for the crown. as the girls say.
What is everyone using to create their presentation?
Well, first, I'm using a Word document. Hi, my name is Aaron. My favorite Pokemon is Esper. I have a background in digital marketing, music, and working in the gaming industry. I'm a content creator who explores the emotional impact of video games, from analyzing fan polls with thousands of participants to capturing plush and figures through toy photography. I want to create an inclusive space for people who see gaming as more than just games.
I am a teacher for a public school teacher, so I get Canva for free.
Lucky. Hi, I'm Llama Rizzy, but you can just call me Llama. I am a 32-year-old lover of all things Pokemon and who just started Nuzlocking for the first time about a year ago. I am brown, I am thick, I am queer, and I'm not afraid to say any of it.
I'm sorry, I'm using my privileges.
I also work at a school, but I'm not a teacher, and I probably wouldn't get that anyway. Not with my workplace.
Hi, I'm Destiny Kai. I go live on Twitch, play Pokemon, mainly a shiny hunt, but also dabble in Nuzlocke.
The hair!
I also play some RPGs and JRPGs. It's a lot of chaotic mess over here.
I'm trying to find a nice ice arena, like a nice grand, like, what's an ice trainer? Salutations, hello Bronx civilians, it is I, Donovel. I am from the South Bronx, born and raised, and I am how do you say it? Variety, there we go, that, see Bronx. But no, I'm a variety streamer. I stream a lot of different games like Genshin, Gacha, RPGs, action shooters, and I also do funny little TikTok things. One thing I am excited about is my outfit. That is the number one thing I know I'm gonna eat up is that outfit. Is no shade.
I can't wait to see.
Fashion queen of the season.
Yeah. Well, yes. Donovel is cool. Donovel is cool. I see a fellow diva that knows how to keep, that knows how to cut up and joke around.
When I first get into the workroom and I see everyone, first thing, overwhelmed. A bunch of people I have no idea. I've never met anyone. I'm also a little shy angel. Hi, I'm Regan Thracia. I currently reside in Michigan, but I am from the beautiful great north of Canada.
Why did we both leave Canada?
I currently stream
Why?
on Twitch at Sailor Regan, and I'm very excited to be here.
I would eat this challenge.
Inspired you
I know.
to kind of like lean more into like, you
But
know,
I am
more,
eating.
like thrifty aesthetic in general. Like what speaks to you about that and like the fashion sensibility of it all?
Just growing up in New York City is just seeing a lot of like different kind of styles and subgenres and subcultures. Like just being open to that just opens up like your mindset. I'm a big horror fan. A lot of the horror movies had like punk music, rock music, so a lot of that came from that. And
Hello, Opal. Welcome in, Raiders from Opal's stream. Hello, hello, hello. You thought about moving to Canada once? It's pretty nice, but it's not. It's nice. Hi, Opal. How are you? Good to see you. I've missed you. Welcome in. We are currently watching the very first episode on the day of the debut of the new Girly Pop Games, episode 1. EeVeeGC extravaganza. Anyway, I'm doing okay. For those who don't know me from Opal's Raid, my name is Chlora. I'm a trans woman drag streamer, and it is Trans Awareness Week. So thank you so much for being aware of my presence, of my transness. In case you couldn't tell. You mainly wanted for the cold. I love the cold. I've missed you too. What have you been playing? What have you been up to? Oh, I miss our match, Opal, where we fought each other and you were like, I'm so sorry for kicking, for kicking your ass. And I was like, don't be sorry. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it with your competitively viable team and my not competitively viable team. Just do it. Get it over with. Pull the Band-Aid off. Just do it. But we are just at the beginning of this episode. We're doing a little watch along as one of the co-organizers or co-executive producers or whatever. I thought it'd be cute to watch along with everybody else. Needed a screenshot of this unflattering ankle. I don't think it's unflattering. Oh my god, the memories. Thank you for the memories, as they say. But I just did like a 4-hour interview of a game developer while playing their game. So I'm just having a little snack, some chips while we watch. So I will comment every once in a while when I'm not like completely with a mouth full.
Traumatizing my 10-year-old self with watching slasher films. But
I think Archie has stood out to me not only because they're probably the loudest, but just the kind of person I don't normally interact with, which I mean is a good change for me.
What made you all want to join Girly Pop Games and get involved with this fun challenge?
I wanted to be around other queer people and talk about Pokemon. Starting this competition, I am feeling very kind of not sure of myself, like where to place within these people. I don't have a large community of queer friends, especially ones that are very loud and flamboyant like Archie is. I have no negative feelings towards them, but I'm a very like reserved and like I like to kind of stay in the background.
I'm very appreciative of my community, but 90% of them are straight white males.
Yeah.
And I wanted to join this to find an affinity group essentially within the Pokemon community. And I'm also making a ROM hack called Girly Pop Green.
Wow.
Oh,
Need it.
Spoiler
Oh
alert.
my god, please.
I will nuzlocke it. I'll nuzlocke it.
Oh my god, yes. I would love that.
Absolutely.
This is like my first ROM hack that I've created. It's definitely in the works, but I'll let you know when it's done.
I think Lama Rizzi is so funny. Lama Rizzi is so funny. I love her like bombastic personality. I love the levels that she brings to everything.
I think they're all adorable.
I really bonded with Llama. We have the same profession. We have the same.
I'm sorry, hooker?
Pardon? What inspired me to join Girly Pop was just.
Dan, I
when
could
you
be a
scroll through
hooker?
Twitch and do Pokemon Violet and Scarlet and Violet. You don't see a lot of people like us.
No, absolutely
Yes.
not.
And the it's just, you just have to sometimes just bring your own seat to the table. And then coming across like the TikToks and like the memes, I was like, there is a community for me there, somewhere. And I would love to be that beacon for other people, honestly. I was hoping that the girls wouldn't be too kumbaya, if you know what I mean, like just playing it safe.
Just so you know, the first brown person, the first official, like, actually, like, brown avatar in the games, that's like an overworld sprite. The first one was Lenora and Iris.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Gen 5.
Like, that was the first one. That was 10 years after release. So
That's
just so
crazy.
you know, yeah. Like, of course we're gonna hold on to Phoebe. Of course we're gonna hold on to Wallace. I don't care what people say about their actual orientations. Of course we're gonna go grab them because that was our representation,
Kind of also building and expanding off of that as to like not only why I joined the Girly Pop Cup, but like in general why I think this event is so important is because we're in a very difficult time where for queer and trans people in the United States, it is a scary time to be queer and trans. It is a scary time to be visibly queer or trans. We are facing some of the worst
it is.
political oppression we have faced, especially in the States, but also around the world in general. And now more than ever, we need queer or trans voices together in solidarity, just being visible, being themselves, expressing themselves, being a beacon for other people, like Don said, and just really rising to the occasion because we need to be here. We need to show that we are not afraid to be public and visible regardless of the circumstances. And I really hope everyone knows that it is not only a blessing to be in each other's presence, but as queer people, we stand with each other, we see each other, we love each other, and our public visibility is resistance, you know? Existence is resistance. And ultimately that is
Right, my visibility is
why
resistance.
I hope a lot of us joined, but why I joined the Girly Pop Cup. And also, I like prize money. I like money. And I and Claire,
I don't know what you joined.
Well, yes. And also, listen, I'm also a slimy content creator, and I'll take any opportunity I get. Throw money at me, please. I just want attention and love. Give me your love, please. Hey, that's so lovely.
I'll text you right now, Archie.
Loves talking. That's not a bad thing.
I'm new to the scene. I've only been doing this for like full time for about a year, you know? My journey has been kind of rocky, you know? When I started out, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was, you know, kind of doing everything at the wrong place, carrying the right weight incorrectly, and now I've learned so much. Because I have a background in journalism, I've spent like countless times interviewing people. I know how to run podcasts. I've like interviewed people like many a time, politicians, people, restaurant owners. Like, I'll be a bitch. I don't care. They know I'm me. They know I'm a good person.
That was someone who wanted not just themselves, but everyone to feel comfortable. And I was like, I respect that.
Yes, I actually texted them.
So are you guys getting like your looks together? Like, are you using a different sprite, or are you like making your own sprite? Like, how are you guys going about that?
The challenge immediately.
Aaron's sighing was so real.
Juices in me. I have some ideas already. Definitely want to make.
I think it's a llama, Red.
Incorporate Catty Wampus in my drag.
I thought it was a cat too at first.
Nice vibe while I'm stressing in a corner.
Or just grab like different pieces and have them displayed in a way that makes sense. I don't know. We'll see. We have less than 45 minutes. Are we still saying 45 minutes? Because we did take a week.
I know exactly.
Well,
share with us. Tell us what you're doing. Don't say it.
Oh. Yeah, I was like,
wait a second.
This is a shady ass group. They might seem nice, but they're shady. Aaron might seem really nice, and he might come across like really professional to do, but he can get shady. I live for it.
Aaron's a bit on the quieter side. I know a quiet person when I see one. And those are the bitches you gotta watch out for. They don't speak loud, but they carry a big stick. I sure hope they... Actually, I don't know. That's not my business if they carry a big stick.
Rado.
Hello, Dubai. Let's just go ahead and Dawn, come to the foyer. All right, Diva, tell us a little bit about what you're thinking for your PowerPoint presentation. Like, where are you going to be taking us?
I'm gonna be taking you to like an ice stadium, just kind of like extravaganza, just
for an ice Pokemon,
like Kyurem inspired,
groundbreaking.
Just stage. My look is inspired by a Megala look with full Westerosi crystals, with a slight purple undertone in certain parts, but just to match my Glaceon. Very Megala, very fashion, very Dawn.
Love that. Will there be a Camilla
Love that.
block of ice?
Not the Camilla block of ice.
It's just dog going, love that.
There would not be. Also, I'm thinking of going in the cool route, you know, ice, cool.
The one tip that I would give you, Dawn, is you seem to have a lot of references that inspire you, and they are really cool for you. Make sure that once you're trying to channel them in, it's not like a clusterfuck of different things that can jeopardize the concept that you're trying to introduce to us. And I know I'm no one to talk about this because of the things that I do, but just make sure that we are able to get to know you and not get lost in everything that you're trying to show us.
Absolutely. It'll be coherent, congruent, and
Congruent?
Not congruent.
Collegiate, something like that. Yeah.
Collegiate.
Congruent. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Just say talk.
Thank you so much, Dawn.
Thank you, sis. Oh, thank you. I got kind of nervous because their feedback to me was be concise, and I was like, oh shit, because my personal style is very punk and 90s, and Donovel is more of like my cocky side, I guess you could say. So there is two distinctions. So I was like, I have to stay on brand.
May I have Regan?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ziva. How are you?
Beautiful. How are we doing? How is she?
Oh, she's
You do look
puss.
beautiful.
Now I'm imagining, because like Dawn is saying like this whole 90s thing and like punk and whatever. And then it brought to mind like, I mean, I think we said it in the episode that they had a week to do this, but like I would have gagged if Dawn had made like a Backstreet Boys video as like their like do the Pokemon contest, like perform the Pokemon contest, if that makes sense. Like that would have been wild. But I don't know if that was allowed. I didn't know if stuff like that was allowed, but because I wasn't here for this episode, I just helped organize. But like, imagine like Dawn in different outfits with like doing like the background dancing and the foreground dancing and like whatevering, and then just like animating like a little Glaceon doing like a whatever and like a and like while he's dancing, you can like describe like, okay, so while I'm doing this dance, Glaceon is doing, like what came to mind?
My thoughts on the challenge are that's really exciting. That's really cool. I love making a little presentation, even though graphic design may not be my strongest area of power. I am excited to tackle
You heard me correct.
And show that like what glamour is. I mean, come on now.
Please tell us a little bit more about your PowerPoint, please.
Obviously, I have Jolteon, and my first thought when I think of like, because I have a shiny Jolteon, I'm a big shiny hunter. I was like, okay, the green.
I know they're
makes
not
me think
punk.
a
I'm
lot
just
of the Thundra Plateau.
what came to
from
mind.
Breath of the Wild. And the thunder there is kind of like the lightning is like kind of has a greenish tint, so it's very, I'm thinking, okay, well maybe that's my little stage, because it is a little raised area, and yeah, I have vague ideas, but I need to find out how to string that all together into something gorgeous
Come on,
and glamorous.
vague.
So very zone high.
Yeah, very
love,
her, yes.
Love. Okay, I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this idea. My recommendation: take inspiration from other franchises, but still remember to keep it uniquely Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like where you're going.
Get perspiration.
Just remember to keep it in the Pokemon branding, because this is a Pokemon challenge at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Regan.
Thank you, Regan.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
This is challenge 1. I need to make sure that this is, really setting a good tone for myself, especially as someone who has a rather small following. I'm kind of showing the world what I've got going on for the first time. And by the world, I just mean the Girly Pop channel.
May I bring to the foyer office and also whatever this is, Aaron?
Yes. So I like to take pride in educating people about like different Pokemon are inspired by in terms of like their design and maybe cultural references. So a lot of times I like to make TikToks and claim that people who think that Pokemon designs are bad, that those people are just uncultured.
Girl, I gagged. I was like, I gagged. I was like, oh my god.
So
Tell them.
one of my favorite Pokemon, I know that I have Umbreon, but I am connecting them to, there is an argument whether the evolutions are cats or dogs or sometimes foxes. But basically my whole thing is I am on the cat side of the evolutions. So
Cat.
I'm kind of doing sort of like a cat
Cat?
cafe showcase. So my outfit will obviously be cat made, that kind of thing. Everything's going to be cats, and the audience is going to feel comfy and safe, and it's a work in progress.
All right, cool. I love this. I love this idea. I love this concept. I love that you're bringing like the lore into it. I like how you're also bringing like the whole like, is it a cat or is it a dog? Because honestly, I've just like given up. I'm like, it's an ambiguous mammal that's supposed to be kind of just like a friendly little pet. I think that the best piece of advice that I can give you for this, what specifically makes this like an Umbreon themed cat cafe? Because you could pretty much take any evolution and make it a cat cafe. Just remember to think about like what specifically makes Umbreon special in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Aaron, I think one advice that I also want to give to you, you strike me as the person who likes to give the entire story to everyone. As you said, your passion is really explaining to people where things come from. However, allow us to also be curious, to know more about you. Allow us to get curious and follow your story, and don't feel like you have to give us the entire context before you go into the central piece of what you want to show us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
You don't like
May
Trubbish?
Bring into the foyer
He's a little cutie
Miss
patootie.
Marie Archie Merck.
Marie Archie Merck, the name for a demure lady like me.
Exactly, who was wearing a harness, by the way. So, of course, a very demure woman.
Oh, I can say the same in that shake and go wig for you, mama. I'm scared.
Well, would you like to pack your bags and be the first person eliminated in a non-elimination season?
Hi, judges.
Tell us what are you planning for your presentation?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling a little lopsided on this one because, you know, I've only been doing content creation for about a year. I'm trying to figure out like still like who I am and like what I bring to the stage.
Maybe Archie needs to harness that energy
I
and
have
put
some,
it into their
key
challenge.
thoughts in my head, but Flareon is a fire type, you know, very steamy, very hot. So I was kind of thinking maybe along the lines of like, you know, maybe like a cabaret or a Chip and Dale style show from like Vegas, you know, Thunder Down Under, but like make it PG, of course. But I'm just not sure where to take it with this, and I'm feeling a little self-doubty. So how do you dig into finding who you are and your personality and what you want to bring to the main stage? I've got a big target on my back already just based on how I present myself.
'Cause you
I'm
read
going to be very
Shiny?
strategic about what I present, where I present it, and whatnot. With this
Who
challenge,
put that target there?
I'm gonna pretend like I don't know what I'm doing.
They seem so comfortable in talking that they must have a really good idea and that they don't feel worried.
My reaction to this would be what you're going through is natural, and every content creator goes through this, even if like they're 5 years into it, 1 year into it, any sort of creative career, probably whatever, you always go through some like crisis, if that makes sense.
When I think of a cabaret performance specifically, usually I think of ostrich feathers and I think of fur coats. Flareon has a very, very, very fluffy coat that you could work off of if you wanted to do a burlesque performance based off of Flareon. I'm not going to give too much, but if that's the route that you're going and you want to go that hot, steamy route with it, because obviously that's very Archie in your personality and with
Truly,
your
Ben,
creation, your
truly.
content creation.
That
what I
is
would
Anna
recommend.
Wintour.
Thank you, Dawn. You're absolutely correct. And I will take and run that feedback, judges, and I look forward to seeing you all on the main stage. Thank you.
Run.
I still feel like I have a lot to grow in terms of like figure out who I am as Archie. And so they gave really great advice that made me feel
Come on, YouTube Audio
seen,
Library.
cared for, loved, and most importantly, a little bit more confidence to absolutely kill this challenge.
All right, everybody, we're excited to see what you're getting ready for us. Thank you, everybody, so much. We'll see you in a second.
Sponsored by Sandy Hole Enema.
The nerves, honey. The nerves, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if this was a sewing challenge.
Oh,
No, I would fail.
not that sewing challenge.
Oh, no.
I'm going home first, mama. I'm going home
Same.
first.
I
I'm going home
I can
first.
hand stitch.
I would quit.
I can hand stitch. It's over. Ooh, honey, I just love my look, honey. Ooh.
Well, yes. Come on, fashion queen.
I kind of have like two looks.
I had tutu, but then after the critique, I went back.
Don't have tutu?
And I completely shifted things around.
No
and I was
tutu.
like, you're actually right. It shouldn't be all over the place. I should just stick to my brand. I'm gonna stick to the Prince brand. My aesthetic and the way how I talk does.
Attention players, you have 2 more
Okay.
minutes.
You're kidding.
Atención jugadores, les quedan 2
And a week.
Atención jugadores, faltam 2 minutos.
I was pretty stressed about how I was going to get this presentation ready. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to creating things, so I like to have a very long time on things.
Not too worried off the bat. There's no one that really like stands out to me as like big competition.
Attention players, your
Nobody
time
is big
over.
competition. Nobody.
Attention players,
That's
your
confident.
time is over.
Yeah, we're all
Oh,
sisters and have love in our
Shiny.
hearts for now.
Some of you delivered what you delivered. That's confidence.
Welcome everyone to the dazzling stage of Kitakami. Today, our trainers will transform this arena into a runway of beauty, drama, and pure gaggery.
And to judge this spectacular premiere, we have two icons joining us. First, our special guest judge. She's a drag queen, host, and the CEO and creator of the Cock Room and the Pussy Room, Pineapple Honeydew.
Oh.
Hello, hi.
Now, Pineapple, is that pineapple upside down? Is it ready to swing?
My name might be Pineapple, but I'm feeling pickled.
Well,
Ooh.
yes. Well, yes.
I
And
would
we
love a
also
pickled
have our
pineapple.
fellow organizer, content creator, and Pokemon team builder for Queens, Robbie for short.
Hello, everyone. My name is Roberto Cristian Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez, but you may call me Robbie for short.
Robbie, if you were to organize a contest of your own, what theme would you choose?
Well, that's really simple. My favorite Pokemon is my darling child Ditto, so I think that we would have to do a daycare theme for this contest.
Period.
Period. Love
Iconic.
that.
Now, Pineapple, if you were putting on a contest showcase, which queens would you cast as your star performers in that contest?
Oh, well, my favorite type is water, and I had some friends on season 17, and the promo was water themed, so I'm bringing Anya Nerve and Lydia B. Collins, and we are going to squirt all over everybody.
And
Squirt.
I love dropping names too. Thank you so much, Pineapple, for being here with us. You're an icon, you're a legend, and I appreciate you taking the time. Now, trainers, open the stage doors,
turn on the lights,
and let the best girly pop trainer win. First up, Aaron.
Ooh, shiny.
I wanted to be able to kind of bring out what I normally do.
I
with
love a
my
velvet
content,
shirt.
Which is how Pokemon are designed, like what they're inspired by. Hi everyone, my name is Aaron, and I'll be competing in the clever category with a performance that combines folklore, creativity, and a cozy theme. I've built my showcase around the idea of a moonlit cat cafe where cat-inspired Pokemon bring stories to life through their moves and personalities. Each Pokemon I chose is inspired by Kaibyo, which are supernatural cats from Japanese folklore. My approach to contests is a little different because I focus on three things. First is atmosphere.
What
kidding.
atmosphere?
First is not atmosphere, but storytelling. But I want the audience to feel like they've stepped into another space, and in this case, it's a warm and inviting cafe under the moonlight. And each Pokemon here is tied to a story or legend, which gives the performance a clever twist and deeper meaning. Every detail, the outfit, the stage design, and even the way the moves interact is chosen to fit together in one complete theme. For this performance, I'll be
Look at little
working
bubbles
with
moving
three
around.
Umbreon, Esper, and Meowth. Each one helps create the cafe atmosphere while also tying back to Japanese folklore. And as you may have noticed, Meowstick is also here. Umbreon represents the Bakeneko, a supernatural cat that gains strange powers as it ages, and it's also said that cats gain their bewitching powers from the moon, so Umbreon will come equipped with Moonlight, Charm, Swift, and Protect. Esper embodies the Nekomata, a yokai said to develop psychic powers and a split tail as it matures. While Esper does not display the tails, its intense stare and a hidden strength make it a clever nod to Japanese folklore. Esper knows Helping Hand,
Oh,
Rest,
cute.
Psychic, and Calm Mind. And Meowth reflects the Maneki Neko, which you may be familiar with, a beckoning cat statue often seen in shops and restaurants that symbolizes things like luck and
If I wanted coins, I'd go to a vending
Meowth
machine.
offers payday, play rough, flatter, and metal sound. For my outfit, I wanted to match the Pokemon and the theme. I'll be wearing a cream, light blue, gray, and black palette to reflect Meowth, Esper, and shiny Umbreon. The outfit includes a vest, shirt, apron, and bow tie with a small charm to reference Umbreon's glowing rings. I've also added a headband with cat ears and glow-in-the-dark trim inspired by Umbreon's rings, so I could tie into the stage atmosphere.
I mean, I guess like shiny
The stage is
Umbreon.
designed to feel
Would
like
make
you've
sense.
stepped into a moonlit cafe. There's a glowing crescent moon window in the center for Umbreon, fairy lights scattered like stars, and little cafe tables with teacups set out. There's also paw print cushions to add to the comfort, and jazz music plays in the background, and all together it creates a cozy, clever, and slightly magical atmosphere. And so, here's how it all comes together. Umbreon starts with moonlight.
I guess
baking the
that's
stage
nice.
in a glow, and then they use Protect to create a safe cafe bubble for the audience. Esper centers itself with Calm Mind, adding a feeling of quiet focus. Then Meowth scatters coins all across the stage with Payday, while
Money for
Umbreon
everyone.
sweeps them into a Starfield.
Down with capitalism.
Esper takes over with Sidekick, lifting teacups and dishes like a drone light show. And then to finish, Meowth dashes through the stars with Play Rough before Esper curls up with Rest. And we end the performance on a note of charm and comfort. So it's a mix of cleverness and cozy creativity, all wrapped in the feeling of a moonlit cafe. Thank you.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much. Amazing job this week.
I really.
Why isn't Dawn in drag?
One was.
Why isn't Shiny in a bob?
It was so lovely.
What's going
I
on
also got
here?
to include my art, my own personal art. I drew Umbreon, Esper, and Meowth.
Up next, Archie Merk.
Good afternoon, esteemed judging panel and Robbie. I am Archie Merk, contestant number 1, hailing from the great country of Paldea, and I am here to bring you Archie's steamy spectacular, competing in the hyper rank of the Tough Contest here in our lovely host country of Kitakami. Let us
Okay, hyper rank.
But before we do, I would like to take a second to thank this week's sponsor of the episode, and also the provider and creator of our lovely stage here in Kitakami, because without it, things would be caught on fire. Bricks. Thank you to Bricks. Without you, this stage would be caught on fire. In
What
the
about
steamy
mortar?
Spectacular, keeping everything nice, hardened, and of course, safe and ready for performance. Now, what am I wearing for this spectacular? Well, as a creator, my whole brand is feeling hot, feeling confident, feeling good about yourself, loving the skin you're in, and feeling comfortable just the way you are. And I also love to pay homage to queer history, to my predecessors. I like a little bit of high fashion. So what I am wearing for this particular contest is a palette of red, white, and black. I will be utilizing a couple things, such as an outfit that is inspired by the late great Freddie Mercury, who is my namesake. I'll be bringing forth some leather pants, a hat from Nasty Pig. I'm going to be wearing
Nasty
a combination
Pig?
also with a harness from Mr. S Leather, as well as a Velcro top from Versace and a fur coat, all of which will be, as part of the burlesque performance, taken off layer by layer. And of course, all of my team will be equipped.
Who's
in,
paying
of
for
course,
all this fashion?
timer balls to match the aesthetic. Of course, we're going to
I don't have that kind of budget.
the fur coat. Act 2, we're going to strip and show off the tank top. And then, of course, we take off the tank top to reveal the white harness beneath. Now, in order to assist me, with this performance, I'll be bringing out Pokemon that have accompanied me for my journeys through Paldea from the start of my time at EeVeeGC Academy all the way up to now. And of course, those incredible teammates will be my centerpiece Flareon and his partners in crime, Palafin and Colossal, all of which are tough Pokemon with very high attack and defense stats, all of which will help us bring together this fabulous, heated, steamy performance. Now, the stage is set. We know who we're bringing to the stage, and let us begin Act 1.
Act
Disaster
1.
Kings. We are telling you a story, my journey as a queer person in the Pokemon United Nations. Now, as queer people around the world, we face adversity. And of course, when our journeys begin, earthquakes strike.
I've never
Storms
been to
What
adversity.
we're trying to do is mimic the eruption of a volcano. As Colossal uses Earthquake and Palafin uses Scald, we heat up the arena, we mimic this idea of landmass, and water coming together to build a volcano as they do throughout the world. And we see the earthquake and the scalding waters come together to create this mound. And in the center of it all is Flareon. Flareon, our centerpiece, will be using Protect as the scorching magma and scalding water kind of coalesce around it to kind of mimic this idea of queer people under attack, as the Flareon kind of timidly
We're under
counters the
attack!
evil, but just enough so that you can still see it as an audience member. Act 2, Magma Rising. We see our Colossal cast Lava Plume, and
This is
our
just like the
California's
Hunger
Focus Punch
Games.
to kind of mimic the idea of continuing to build the magma as they use it to shape the volcano and heat up the audience. And while this is all happening, we see Flareon begin to build in the center of all this chaos. We see Flareon use Smog. All of these moves, by the way, are moves that these Pokemon can learn, and most of them are identified as tough moves in the contest ranking. Smog represents, in this scenario, Flareon starting to come to power. We see the smoke billowing over the magma and beginning this idea of queer people and my journey myself.
Meg
kind of finding
Mama.
their own power and saying enough is
Work,
enough.
Meg
We're not
Mama.
going to stand back. We are not going to let this silence and craziness and insanity around us take over our power. And so we begin and close the ceremony with Eruption Superior. We'd use Rock Slide and Body Slam to mimic the idea of an earthquake, as Palafin slams into the volcano and Colossal casts Rock Slide to mimic the idea of boulders shooting out of the eruption. We see exploding from the center of the volcano,
Exploding.
a Flareon, terastallized in fire, as she casts her final act, Lava Plume, exploding from the centerpiece, heating up the arena, and steaming it all off, representing a queer person coming to light. And with each step, Disaster Strikes, Magma Rising, and Eruption Superior, each more of the layers of my outfits come back and strip away to reveal a bare-chested, but also vulnerable and powerful and strong person, once hiding themselves and enveloping themselves in the fur coat of shame and vilification, now stepping out and feeling strong and powerful in their queerness, as all queer people around the world should feel. Strong, hot, powerful, and tough, because that is how we take on the bigots of the world and stand firm in our
Okay.
truth. And I hope that this contest spectacular here in Kitakami has shown you all and inspired you all to stand firm in your truth, be powerful, and of course, be hot, baby.
Yeah.
How do these Pokemon relate to each other? I had a theme of cats, but they had a dolphin and a pile of rocks.
All right, Archie, thank you so much. Thank
Okay.
you for your presentation. Next up, Caddy Wampus.
Hi everyone, I am Caddy. I might look rough and rugged right now, but by night I am the drag queen extraordinaire Caddy Wampus. Caddy Wampus is known for her looks and her avant-garde kind of fashion, but at the same time she's stupid and funny.
That's a big
and
ol'
fun
hat.
to her performances. So front and center is me, Caddy Wampus, in a lovely ice water inspired look.
She is the
Shout out to
USS
Legends of Anyone
Enterprise.
plays that, but it's a Lysandra inspired look.
Oh, it's
but
Lysandra.
that would go great
It
with
looks good.
water.
For Lysandra, it's really good.
My presentation
That makes a
is,
lot more
for a beauty
sense.
contest in Kitakami. We are showing the theme of growth. So me in the middle, and my two favorite Pokemon, Arboliva and Vaporeon. In terms of presentation, we are showing our beauty and avant-garde looks that really speaks to me as a performer and artist. And I like to throw in some flair, so we've added shiny Pokemon as well. Graphic design is my passion, as I mentioned. So you can see I've added my Pokemon on the sides. We are in front of the contest hall in Kitakami, and we are ready to perform. The performance is inspired by growth. So to present that, Arboliva comes out first. She shows no leaves. She's looking a little drab, a little dead. Her olives are no longer there. And so she looks a little sad. As she's out there performing in her drab look, a water gun comes from behind the scenes from my two Vaporeons with lofty, gorgeous arch of water guns coming up to land right on Arboliva. As that happens, Arboliva uses the move growth and her leaves start to spread.
Bro.
Out, and she looks more alive and happy, representing not only growth of me as an artist, but also growth as our bond as a team. As that happens, both Vaporeons use Surf and carry not only the Vaporeons, but myself out on top of that Surf. We come to the front of stage. The Surf represents the bond that we have, as well as Pokemon and Trainer trusting me and trusting them to ride on that Surf out onto the stage. As that happens, Aurora beams fly through the air.
Chalora beams.
Arbolivas are razor leafing as well to create a beautiful wave of grass and ice type moves. As we all land on center stage, Vaporeons begin to use mist. The stage fills with mist, and we are covered. As we are covered, we exit stage and disappear, showing our bond together as we've grown as a team. And that is my presentation.
I love what they're going for. I love a theme of growth. We all love growth. Me personally, I love it when things grow.
We know.
But the show that's supposed to center your evolution, not a lot of the Vaporeon involved. Where are the slides?
Caddy,
Where are
thank
the
you so much for your
slides?
presentation. I appreciate you and your time and your blue titties.
Yes.
I feel pretty good about my presentation. I think the graphicked, and it gave what it needed to give. So I'm happy with it, but we'll see what the judges
I
say.
loved
Next
Caddy's
up,
amazing
Destiny Kai.
slide.
Hi, I'm Destiny Kai, and today I'll be showing you Sylveon and this cute contest idea that I've gathered in this presentation for you. So, along with Sylveon, we with
Come on, coordinator.
They'll be with male Meowstic.
Oh, this is
And
cute.
Who will both be, they'll all be shiny, of course. And all of them have a specific ribbon to coordinate with the idea of ribbons. So Sylveon will have this gorgeous silver ribbon necklace.
Lights on. The Prince of the Bronx.
Ribbon. And
The Prince of the
Girly
Bronx is here.
will have a little bit
The Prince of the Bronx.
on their ear.
I love that. Hi, Don. How are
I'll
you?
be in this gorgeous blue, white, felty dress with ribbons accosting it with a gorgeous blue
I
ribbon
love
in my hair.
the
And on
visual of
appeal round,
Gumi and Meowstic together.
had this idea. Had this idea of making a dress with Meowstic using Psychic. Sorry.
Oh, Destiny. Oh, no. Oh.
To help sew the dress, Sylveon kind of using their ribbons to showcase where the ribbons would be on
The one time a
on the
notebook did us
sleeves,
dirty.
on the bustier, and then Gumi will have all the pins in them, just in the mouth, so that'll be very helpful. And then for movesets,
Oh, come on, references.
Male Meowstic with Psychic, Helping Hand, Fake Out, and Misty Terrain. Very much a support mon, but can also do damage with while using very cutesy. Sylveon with Moonblast, Calm Mind, Hyper Voice, and Draining Kiss. Same thing, more damage alterated to able to.
Oh, and
combine
artistic
Psychic
references. Look at that.
to create a gorgeous move. And then we have Gumi with Rain Dance, Dragon Pulse, Muddy Water, and Jacob Meteor. Again, able to combine with Moonblast, Hyper Voice of Sylveon's, and Psychic, and Helping Hands with Male Meowstic. For the stage, as you can see, we're on the wistful fields in Kitakami by the lake, where Sylveon and Meowstic were able to use Psychic and Moonblast. They were able to create two gorgeous waves that come together to form a heart at the end. While Gumi is in the center using Muddy Water to help make the move more cute, it's grab a little more.
OBS power cuts.
But, there's a power cut. Oh no. But luckily, Esper with Psychic can light up a room with Sylveon's Moonblast and Gumi's Great Chato Meteor. Again, to finish it in a very cutesy style. Thank you.
I know that it's intimidating to present yourself in front of a crowd of people you consider your peers, but ultimately they got through it, and I am proud of them for that.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to say that, like, it might feel hard to do the presentation. It is harder to make a mistake and keep going. Does that make sense? Like, or to fumble or whatever. Not necessarily that it's a mistake, but like, it is harder to keep going and just get through it than it is to just say, you know what, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like to give up. So like you didn't give up, and that's good. And I think you should be still proud of yourself and like the sense that like you understand like what went on and it's a learning experience and everything too. Like that's something. It's not worthwhile. It doesn't mean something bad. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, Destiny.
Great job. Thank you.
I feel really gutted. I know I can do this challenge at a way better caliber, and I felt like I just missed the ball, or missed the ribbon in this case.
Next up, Donavel.
Hello, Bronxvillians. It is I, the Prince of the Bronx, Donavel, and I welcome you to the Ice Kingdom. Not only do I rule in the Bronx, but
For a second, I thought it was the Ice Kingdom, but it's Donavel Ice
theme here is
I thought it was the Ice Kingdom.
perfectly for a prince and my baddie, Glacy. I am wearing a powder blue 80s inspired Chanel suit.
That's
with
you
a sharp
wearing it. That's
silhouette
right.
that represents my obviously my royal brand and the aesthetic of my little Glacy. Ding! And we represent the cool category. Not only are we cool, we're calm, and we're wearing Chanel. Period. Yeah. So cool. Now, here are my partner Pokemon.
I'm not gonna go on my
Obviously,
rant
it
about
is
Chanel.
My Shiny Glacy. Next up, I have my Mega Altaria, and I have my Shiny Starmie. All joining with me. So to start off the ambiance of the stage, right?
Coco
we have
Chanel was a
Pokemon
Nazi.
Cool Collective always sees, okay?
It's okay though.
And
Chanel
although
is
my
not owned
Altaria
by
is
Coco
lighting
Chanel
up the
anymore. She's dead.
stage with dazzling gleam, she's making everyone feel nice and cool, right? It's like a little starry night. She's
Okay.
spinning, she's putting out like
Turn it
all the
around.
stars. Meanwhile, she's doing that. Glaceon is literally filling up the whole stadium with ice statues, with ice sculptures.
Hi, Mia. Hello, everyone from Mia's Raid. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. How was your stream? What were you doing? Were you playing some Legends ZA? Were you playing some Baldur's Gate? One or the other, I'm sure. But welcome, everyone from Mia's stream. My name is Talora. I'm a trans woman drag streamer. It is Trans Awareness Week. So also follow my sister, Mia. Heading to a show. Enjoy the show. Have a good time. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you have fun. Hi, Uncle Deadly. How are you? Everyone from Mia's stream. I am a co-organizer for the Girly Pop Games EeVeeGC extravaganza. And we are watching, we're doing like a live reaction of episode 1, which just came out a couple hours ago. So we're right in the middle of it. What they're doing right now is the contestants have to each create a conceptual Pokemon contest performance. So it's not like the actual mechanics of the game Pokemon contests, but like use your imagination, come up with whatever you want. So Donavel is currently showing us their presentation.
Ice railings. She's just making an ice wall and ice everything. Just look at her go. Wow. It's like if I pay her to do that. Next up,
how much did you pay her?
as we see here all the different statues that Glaceon has made. We see all the different architectures that she's made. At the end, Glaceon is putting herself in a nice little ball, and in the back, you still all see like the dazzling gleam in the back from the Mega Altaria.
It's dazzling.
And on top, you see Shiny Starmie just circling around, looking all. I don't want to say a word, but I can't say baby. Looking very kitty cat.
Cunty.
Very nice, very shining.
I'll say it
This
for
is
you.
All these to represent the most iconic starry night of all, which is Christmas and the Christmas tree. And this is a
Like
perfect
Cartoon Network.
representation of what to see when you come into the Ice Kingdom. And that is all.
By the time we got to Dawn, I realized that graphic design wasn't really everyone's passion, but I appreciated their visual effects.
So I do have, someone who I think has created what could, in an alternate universe, be a better one than mine.
All right, Dawn, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, judges.
Ooh, that bitch. She's so good. Listen, that man has got charisma out the wazoo. That
It's true.
he's one to watch out for.
It's true.
Up next, Llama Rizzy.
Hello, my name is Llama Rizzy, but you
Hi,
can
Llama.
just call me Llama, and this is my contest team. When I was curating this team, I was thinking about what really connects to me, and what I present to the world is always true authenticity of myself, and making sure everyone who is around me is in a safe space. So what we have here is me and my little team in my little cozy safe space. I want this team to represent
The little flags in a cup.
and comfortable place that you will always be when you are around me, no matter what you identify as, no matter what background you come from. And I want to make sure that the judges of our contest can see our vibe. This would be where we would do our contest, is in our little cozy space, to show off how comfortable and how relaxing we really can be, and how authentic we can be in our space. Even though the background may fool you, might make it look like I'm gonna be sitting here in some pajamas, I'm coming out with a cute
She's decked
little
out.
gown to match my Espion, and my Espion Blissey and Florges will be connected.
Why'd they cut her
with
head
my
off, though?
heel balls to make sure that they are always comfortable and healed whenever they're with me. For their move sets, they are going to be in 3 different contests themselves. Espion being in the smart contest.
Should have put her own head on
showing
top.
off
I agree.
the educated side of having and creating a safe space, needing to understand backgrounds, needing to understand how to resolve conflict.
There's a bobby
to
pin
mediate.
stabbing me in the
She'll
head.
be showing that off with Psychic, Shadow Ball, Psych Up, and Reflect. Lissy will be in the cutesy contest with Charm, Metronome, Sing, and Heel Pulse. And Florges will be in the beauty contest, showing off her beautiful dazzling gleam, her aromatic mist, her petal dance, and her safeguard. And yeah, that's how we would be taking on this contest. Thank you.
Thank you, Llama.
The way that they presented was a little too calm and relaxing because I almost fell asleep. I'm glad Regan
Aaron.
was last because their energy woke me up.
Last but not least, Regan Thracia.
You know, this is something that I created, therefore I have
You know
an
what?
attachment to it, and I really don't want it to.
If Aaron fell asleep, it was effective. It did its job. if my performance is meant to keep you calm and to be a safe space and to make you feel good and to be ooh la la, and it made you fall asleep, girl, it fucking worked. It fucking worked. You were so relaxed and felt like you were in such a safe space, you fell asleep. Girl, it worked.
Be received poorly. I want it to be received beautifully and with love. But I'm also proud of myself because I am like steeling myself to, no matter what, it's going to be done. No matter what, it's going to be done, and I'm going to serve it. And I'm going to make sure that they get to, you know, meet Regan Thracia for what is going to be a lot of people's first time. Hello, everyone. Dolls, divas, those who lies between. Lovely to be here. I'm Regan Thracia, and I am your electrifying beauty. Yeah, and you know what? How was she?
How was
And
she,
you might be
though?
asking- and I am doing well. Thank you so much. I am arriving to Kitakami from the bosoms of the Great Lakes. I'm wearing this cute little Jean Paul Gaultier inspired outfit.
I love that
It was
she
styled and
modified it.
created by me, and I wanted
Oh, no,
to
she
match the
created it.
vibe of
Oh, I
the
love that.
specific performance I'm going to be giving, starring first and foremost my partner Pokemon Jolteon, who is also wearing a cute little fit. Obviously, beauty makes sense for me. I mean, look at the material. She's very beautiful. But yeah, I'm not just a drag queen. I'm not just someone who likes to design their own outfits. But I feel, especially with this performance, I'm drawn to the natural beauty of a lightning and the storms that, like, just that vibe that she gives. Like, have you ever sat on your porch and just, like, watched a storm roll by? Very Midwestern, I know. But it has this extreme mix between, like, the beauty and the destruction it can cause. But, like, for me, It's very calming. And I want to show you all how that, comes across. But first, let's get the gorgeous, gorgeous girls, none of them are girls, of the Stormy Squad Thracia. First, we have Jolteon with the beautiful moves Discharge, Rain Dance, Round, and Heal Bell. I have a shiny Shiftry with Leaf Storm, Grassy Terrain, Growth, and Ominous Wind. And then Clefable with Round, Misty Terrain, Heal Pulse, and a Healing Wish. And these are all moves that are categorized as beautiful. While they all have different ways of their combinations, today I'm going to be showing you this one because we're going to start off with
Cute little
Clefable
sprite.
using a Misty Terrain. It's a move that excites the audience, getting us all pumped up and beautiful as the fog of a storm is setting in first. And then Shiftry, emulating the high winds, sets off Leaf Storm, which is an extremely appealing move. However,
That's
it
so appealing.
does not allow Shiftry to move again. So she's just twirling those leaves around. And then Jolteon taking the center, setting off a Rain Dance, which works best when the audience is already excited, which I know you are, Mama. I know you are. However, Clefable follows up with a Round, emulating the far-off Thunder Crash.
Regan's camera's a slideshow too. How'd she do that?
Which does startle all other Pokemon, but that's showing off the full beauty, the lightning going all through the storm. And he finishes with a Round, a final crash of thunder as everything starts settling down peacefully as the rain falls over.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Thank you so much.
I don't know that I was really paying too close attention to everyone because I was just so distracted by how poorly designed everything was.
Aaron! Nobody else used a drawing tablet like me.
Well, gamers, thank you very much for a beautiful presentation you gave us, for creating this amazing show for everybody in Kitakami. We might have to send you the invoice for some of the destruction that you caused. Now, dear players, the judges and I will deliberate now. But before we go, I think you remember when we said that nobody was going home.
Thank God. I don't want to go home first. You kidding me?
But we still need to decide how the hell 4 of you will move on to the live finale. Well, this is how the Girly Pop Cup
I thought yours was
EeVeeGC
good, Dawn.
extravaganza will work. Every episode, each and every single one of you starts with 1 point. But you cannot keep that point. You have to give that point away.
Okay, who's being the mistress? Who's going to be the Georges? Or who's going to be the Tina Burner and Kerry Colby and to be stuck in the bottom 3?
The 4 Girly Pop trainers
So
with
true.
the most amount of points will move on to the live finale. Now, the judges and I will deliberate and we will choose a top 2. The top 2 will receive one.
Destiny, please.
The top 2 will battle against each other in a best of 1 using their teams, and whoever wins gets 2 extra points.
Come on, 2 extra points.
So we will let you go now, and while you think, reflect, decide who you're gonna give your point to, the judges and I will deliberate.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of my sisters. I was a little scared for them. I don't think that they had quite fully completed each of the bullet points that were assigned to us.
I thought everybody's presentations were really great.
Llama. I love her so much.
Hello, I'm Dawn Stone.
Hi, Dawn.
Hello, I'm Dawn Stone.
Hi, Dawn.
Hello, I'm Dawn Stone.
Hi, Dawn.
And welcome to the Dawn Stone Show.
Thank you.
Won't you come inside the Dawn Stone studio?
Sure.
The other day, I was sitting at my bench outside the Pokemon Center on Jean Plaza.
Joan.
When all of a sudden, a purple light circles me. I look to my left, and the hologram of a rich lady named Jacinthe is right there. Her lesbian guard dog of a woman named Leban then comes up to me and starts telling me about all the toxic Yuri that has been made about them.
Is this
I
a casting
laughed, I
couch?
giggled. I then cried a little. but you would never know. Then I vomited. Welcome to the Dawnstone Show. Won't you come inside the Johnstone studio?
John? The Johnstone?
Welcome back, players. Now it's time for the judges' critiques.
Starting with Aaron, we really liked your presentation. I thought that your Midnight Cafe presentation was clever, if you will, because you were in the clever category. I want to ask you, what was Umbreon's role in the presentation?
Umbreon was kind of the center stage of it all. I felt like it revolved around them having the big backdrop.
Big back.
Featuring the moon and Umbreon getting its powers from the moon and having the first move be Moonlight.
That didn't necessarily come across in your presentation. I think you spoke a lot more about Meowstic. When you got to the performance aspect of the Pokemon contest, the performance part of your presentation, what stuck out to us was Meowstic as kind of the centerpiece, using its psychic abilities to move around the plates in the cafe, and, you know, Umbreon being kind of the centerpiece was a little bit sort of in the background and didn't get as much of a chance to shine.
I don't know that I necessarily agree with that.
That being said, your
Raise your hand
presentation
if you
was
agree.
Very cohesive, the concept was very clear, and overall, I think that you showcased yourself and your online brand really well. You did a really good job.
Thank you.
I was kind of surprised that they didn't like Aaron's more. I thought Aaron had a really good presentation in terms of how it was made and how it was done.
I also think it's interesting that the judges claimed that my presentation wasn't focused on my Umbreon at all, even though my color scheme was based on them and the whole set was based on the moon.
Next up, we have Archie. I'm going to be giving their critiques for Archie. Hey, girl. Mainly because somebody decided to call me a brick.
Hey, what do you mean by that? I don't know what you're talking about.
I want to tell you that what I really, really loved about your presentation is that you have the gift of gap.
What?
You are able to yap just like
Aaron-
I am. You are a straight up
Archie?
yapstress, if you will.
Well, yeah.
And
Well,
you
yes.
are really, really able to sell us something. So, but sometimes it got a little bit all over the place, where there was like the volcano, but you were stripping, but you were this, but you were that, and then Flareon comes up, blah, 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 and it felt like we were able to envision it, but we were having a little bit of issue with like the cohesion. Where do they all connect is what we wanted to like give you as your critique. In terms of the presentation, some of the time it didn't feel like there was some like white backgrounds.
I could not
Personally,
believe
they're
it.
not my favorite. If one Pokemon, like I think Colossal didn't have a white background, but then the other two did. Just things like that, nitpicks.
Yeah, why doesn't
Some of the
Colossal
font
get a
choices
white
weren't
background?
My favorite. Things on the aesthetic side to make it more pleasing to the eye, but you did a great job of visualizing. Like your strength was in presenting it, because even though it didn't look the best, you still sold us the product. And that is something that definitely does need to be taken into consideration. But just, remember, selling us the product is everything, but make sure the product looks nice too. Just make sure to focus in on specifically what you are selling us.
I'm kind of conflicted. Because on the one hand, I think I had a really fantastic concept. I really wanted to tell my story and my journey as a queer person, kind of coming out through the turbulation and finding my own fiery passion and strength. And I think my concept was so good because it pays homage to queer history and my own roots. And
Nobody
why I
died at
was a creator,
Stonewall?
because my whole brand
Nobody
is
died at ArchieCon.
queer. It's uplifting our history. It's our predecessors. But I just didn't. It wasn't cohesive enough. It just wasn't cohesive enough.
Next up, Caddy Wampus.
Hi, sis.
Nobody died.
Hi, Caddy.
Pineapple.
I'm gonna give your critiques.
Pineapple Honeydew being the guest judge, I'm so excited because she is a Pittsburgh sister. She just moved to Pittsburgh, but I've seen her online, and to finally meet her in person has been amazing, and to work with her. I don't think that she knows what I can bring in terms of the competition setting, so it's cool to have her judge me in this way. I feel honored to be judged by her.
First things first, we loved the presentation. We did wish there was a little bit more to it than just the one slide. Even if this next slide would have just been like a description of kind of what was happening. We gave you points because we actually saw your look, like you in drag was the look, which was very cool to have that represented. And then something that was a big thing for us was centering Vaporeon in it a little bit more. And we felt like adding a second Vaporeon almost took away from it and kind of made Arboliva kind of the center point a little bit more, versus if it would have been flipped and two Arbolivas and one Vaporeon as a center, we think it would have just hit a little bit better. But yeah, we love that we got to see you. We love the theme of growth and trust and all of that. So it was really nice.
All of that.
Maybe a little bit more next time.
Whatever that was.
Kind of what I expected. So nothing crazy from the judges that I didn't expect.
Friendship and growth and stuff. Yeah.
Destiny Kai.
Hello, judges.
Sylveon is a huge undertaking because Sylveon is, you know, the most queer presenting kind of evolution if you think about it. And I think you really were successful in selling us the aesthetic that you were showing. Just by the way the presentation was built, it was very clear for us how everything else would work, in the sense that the ribbons and every Pokemon was wearing a ribbon, and like the aesthetics and everything was super clear. So we could, just by the pictures and just by what you showed, kind of follow what you were intending us to follow. And I think that is really cool because the presentation is something that
I needed these critiques and then forgot them a month later.
We love the Pokemon that you chose. When we think about maybe things that could have been better, we noticed the nervousness. I believe you had papers to support you on your ideas, and it kind of took us out a little bit of the presentation and the story, which is fine when we are not 100% comfortable with just going off the cuff. Having something to help us is always a good thing. So at least we can present a story that makes sense. Aside from this, we weren't super clear on what that presentation told us about you as a content creator. We were curious to know a bit more about who is Destiny. But overall, great job. I think, again, we just want to make sure that we recognize that the undertaking of Sylveon is not easy. And aesthetically, you were very successful in showing us how it would look like. So thank you so much. Next up, Prince of the Bronx, Dawn.
Prince of the Bronx.
Hello, it is I.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Dawn. How are you?
While everybody was going down the line, I was like, okay. So mine might be a little better than everyone else's, but that's what I was kind of hoping for.
Girl,
What if they were all bad?
Dawn on Dawn. Just wanted to start off that I loved that you used a picture of somebody on the Met Gala and just stuck your face on
It just
top of
dawned on
Usually, like,
Dawn.
the aesthetic could be off, but the way you did it, it felt intentional and it felt campy. And it brought us into, like, kind of a fun... Like, you take your art and your craft seriously, but you don't take yourself seriously. We just felt, like, very, like, drawn in by that. I love the idea of you going with cool because of Glaceon and Ice. And, you know, the easy way out would have been using two other Ice Pokemon, but you decided to go with Altaria and with Starmie. And you did a fantastic job of visualizing the contest as well. You brought us in, you brought us there. Even then, like, there were times where like, oh, Starmie's gonna be on top of this big, like, mountain. And then we're like, oh, it's kind of like a Christmas tree. And then you said, like a Christmas tree. And we were like, oh my God. You know, like, we were, like, you really just told the story. You did a fantastic job of telling the story. You showed off Glaceon super well, because it was like, this is my partner Glaceon.
I was about to say, Aaron is not happy.
Is that you showed all this and then went, okay, that's it.
I do agree with the feedback that I kind of did, and
Hello, distinguished panel of judges.
Like, you just showed us all this cool stuff, and you kind of have to, like, guide us out and be like, and that is what I showed, and this is the presentation. Overall, great job, fantastic work. Kudos, Mama, for saying that, for freezing.
Do you know what it was? Is that after I said, and yeah, and I think I was, as a theater kid, I was waiting for an applause. And then after not hearing the applause, I was like, okay, well, okay, yeah, now I'm done. It honestly meant the world for your efforts to be shown and for your vision to be seen as a content creator and as an artist and as a person that puts 100% into what they do. It just felt correct to feel seen, and it felt, you know, all those emotions of gratefulness and happiness were just flowing through me.
Next up, Lamarizi.
Hello.
Hi, Lamarizi. We loved your presentation. I thought personally you were the person who I feel like I got what your content was most from the actual presentation, like that kind of soft, cozy kind of vibe. I love those types of creators, so I kind of connected with that. I loved your choice of partner Pokemon with Espeon. We did have a critique about the blue Florges. To be very, very, very picky, the blue kind of like stood out as like a pop of color, and maybe that was intentional. We weren't sure if it was or wasn't, so maybe letting us know if like, oh, the blue Florges is like a pop versus like something that would have blended in a little bit more. We loved the color scheme. I loved the outfit. The dress I thought was really pretty. I also loved anybody who did like, these are the types of Pokeballs my Pokemon are in, I thought was really cute. And then something that we
You're welcome, Dawn.
noticed was with the 3 different Pokemon, having them each be in a different category almost felt a little kind of disjointed, I would say. And it made sense when you were saying it. It wasn't that it didn't make sense, but if you would have stuck to one and had like a cohesive kind of all of them are supporting this one idea, it would have just driven the idea home a little bit more for us. But overall, we loved it. I thought it was very fun and cozy, exactly what you intended to do.
Thank you, Lama.
I feel like it was correct. I am mad at myself for not explaining when they did give a little pushback. The Blue Forges resembles a singles team that I had in a tournament that I did really well in. And the Blue Florges is a little different. It's always the red Florges that's in the main one. It's always the red and the yellow. So I wanted something a little different. It's a safe space. She can be blue if she wants to be.
Where and pronouns.
Exactly. That.
And last but not least, Regan Marie Elizabeth Thracia.
That's me.
You're with me, girl. So, you, as well as Archie, have the gift of gab. You're not the kind of person that would just jump in, but when you have your space, you will say something, and it's generally
You
gonna
see
be
something,
funny, and
say
I think
something.
We were able to really see that in your presentation. So I think overall it was funny. The way that you presented was funny. The concept as well was really pretty. I think we're all obsessed with the shades of green and yellow that you were putting together. I think the look that you chose with Jolteon, and you made sure that your Jolteon had also an outfit. So the story that you told was really nice. I think the judges who are American could really kind of like identify what you're saying and that experience of the storm and so on. The way you explained the contest, it was just a beautiful ending. So when we were visualizing, it just felt really amazing, big. We loved your Pokemon. We loved that all of them had a kind of a shade of green in some points. It felt really intentional. And I think that intentionality really shows how particular you are about the things that you create. We do feel like there are a few things that could have been a little bit better. So you ummed a little bit, like a little bit. And that really stood out to us, because you're so funny off the cuff. You go and you speak and then you and then it kind of like takes us out of the situation, which reads to me as I had this one idea and then I'm gonna say this one idea. Now the next idea is missing, so I'm gonna try to fill this void with and then the next idea comes in. When you switched around to kind of read your slide, it also kind of like it took us just a tiny bit of like, it was a little bit of a whiplash.
I think that Shiny was a really good judge to be given the critiques from because she was very in-depth.
Your contest presentation had an abrupt end as well, because that was kind of like the idea. But I think if that was the idea, you could have leaned into a little bit more with the presentation, because then it felt like, yeah, that's it, thank you, kind of situation, which is okay, but it just takes us out of the fantasy we were enjoying it so much.
You wanted to finish properly. I get it.
Exactly, absolutely.
Completely.
I'm feeling pretty good with the judges' critiques. I definitely can see where they're coming from with the few things that I could work on. And I mean, obviously, I excel at everything I want to do, so this will be fine. I will make sure that I listen.
Regan, what we love about you, I just have to say this, is that like, you do this thing where you just look and we know you're about to say something funny. Like we know, and you're like, oh, what is she gonna say? And you're just like, vagina. We don't know what's gonna come out your mouth, but it's so fucking hilarious. I love it.
This little scene is so
Thank you so
cute.
much, everybody. Thank you for your presentations. Thank you for such an incredible work today. I am sure that all the natural disasters we caused in Kitakami will be worth it. Before we go any further, we told everyone here that you have a point, but you cannot keep your point. You gotta give your point away. So we would like to know who you are giving your point to.
We want to emphasize the point can be given for any reason. Just gonna put that right there.
And with that being said, I would like to start with Regan. Regan, who gets your helping hand point?
All we've really seen is episode 1. I wanted to give mine to someone who I just felt like a natural, like, kind of, we see each other kind of moment. The diva, I have decided, is Miss Caddy.
Thanks, girl.
Of course.
Right. Lama Rizi, who gets your helping hand point?
I'm gonna go with my little Dominican brother, Don Ivan.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
I had to give it to him.
Now, Don,
Yes.
who do you give your helping hand point?
I give my point to my Dominican sister, Llama.
Hello, thank you.
I gave my point to Llama because we built a really strong connection in the first week and I really thoroughly enjoyed her presentation. Reagan was my second choice because she had the most appealing look.
Destiny Kai, who do you give your helping hand point to?
I'm going to give
The
my
Labubu.
point to Archie. I'm going to go by week basis and given to whoever deserves that point.
Wow.
Thank you.
Caddy Marie, Elizabeth Franklin Wampus, who gets your
The
helping hand point?
lying.
Don't forget the third, thank you.
The third. We can't forget the third.
Absolutely.
But I'm basing my point off presentation and what I thought was the most well thought out. And not because she gave me her point, but I will be giving my point to Regan.
Thank you, sister.
Yes, great job.
Right. Next up, the demon twink herself, Archie Mark.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about, Henny. I am a woman of God.
Right. Show us your harness, honey.
Fallen God.
And who gets your helping hand point?
Everyone's gonna play a different game. Some people want to play Girly Pop Cup Best Friends Race. Some people want to play a more shady game. I need to align myself with people that I know are A, gonna keep their word, and B, are going to help push me to the finale. The person I have chosen tonight is someone that I think has demonstrated excellent vulnerability, not just through their presentation, but who they are as an individual. They share their story. They are someone that I think maybe not necessarily might have succeeded in every single aspect of the presentation tonight, but is someone that I think deserves a fair shot going forward in the competition, and I think is just an excellent competitor all around, and I want to see them continue to slay and have a fighting chance. And the person that I am giving my point to tonight is Destiny Kai.
And last but not least, Aaron, who gets your helping hand point?
While going through each of these presentations, I noticed that no one's passion was graphic design. So, I wanted to give my point to the person who designed theirs the best, other than me. However, I see now that everyone has received a point so far except for one person. And I think that person is Caddy.
But Caddy got a
And so
point.
I am giving my point to them.
I would like to thank Aaron for giving me a point because he didn't think I got any points. And so I wanted to play that off like that was my first point. Thanks, Aaron. Now I have 2.
So you're giving your point to Caddy Wampus.
Yes, but that does not mean I thought your presentation was designed well.
Well, and this is why no one says anything.
Sorry that no one gave you a point though. So that sucks for you, I guess. But I'm happy with where I'm at.
I felt kind of bitter towards the end there, but either way, I would have given someone
That's TV
a point that already had a point, so I was kind of screwed either way.
Here at the Girly Pop Games competitive universe, we do love each other. Anyway, with the points being given away, we would like to announce the top 2 Girly Pop trainers of the week. And they are Donna Vell.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
And Regan Thracia.
See, Dawn has those little medals on the wall for a reason. You know what I mean?
Called it. Yep.
Gotta be for a
I
reason.
can feel my heart beating out of my chest because like it just means that everything that I was thinking and everything that I like was working for, like it's here. It's here. It's happening.
I'm just not really that good with like sometimes the visual presentations of things. It takes me a minute to like refine it, so I was really nervous in that aspect. But I'm just so happy that my efforts showed. Really grateful, really happy.
Which means Donovan and Regan, both of you received 1 extra point.
Dawn was funny. Reagan was smart and quick and witty. Now I have no notes.
The best in terms of their presentation. No surprise here.
And now, the both of you will get ready to do your top 2 battle in a best of 1, and whoever wins that battle wins extra 2 points.
I think that
Wow.
out of everyone other than me, Regan did do the best, and they did have visually. I don't. Regan was good.
Tell
Just
us!
remember what I said. If you win, don't open your mailbox.
Let's go. I'm ready. On my soul. Period.
Regan and Dawn, good luck. While you prepare for your battle, we will all watch you, and we will be back as soon as the battle's over.
Yeah, I wasn't here this week, so there's no blood on my hands.
When I battle my friends in real life, 9 times out of 10 I win. So, I'm having the utmost confidence coming into this battle.
So I'm living in a little bit of a delusion where I'm like, I have to win. I have to make sure that I'm serving. No matter what I have coming up against me, I'm going to win. Because if I tell myself that, then I'm not going to be as nervous.
That was a cute scene.
Period.
Yes, Queen
Period.
If your Pokemon are not shiny, you're not doing drag.
No, ma'am.
Fail. Catch. You know what they say? The early bird catches the worm.
Please.
No, ma'am.
Come on, all the French.
I'm a mountain biking vampire witch from the future.
Catch.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Catch.
Arcaludon.
Fail.
It's just Brittany spinning over and over.
I immediately start feeling very confident. I realize that we don't quite understand each other's strategies yet, and that is allowing mine to go off without a hitch.
Ooh, get off the floor, Dawn.
Catch.
Arcaludon.
Arcaludon!
That's true. Catch.
Ouch. Ouch.
It is hot.
Catch.
Oh my god, it's a slaughterhouse. Reagan is taking one by one of Dawn's Pokemon off the field.
Catch.
A chicken. Oh no, not the Draco Meteor!
No.
Get up an Isle Dawn.
Unfortunately,
Gagne.
the moon wasn't moving the tides into my favor.
Gagne.
I did it. I can't believe. Well, no, I can. Actually, I lied to you. I can believe it because I know what.
Ray
incredible
can
talent
believe it.
I have, whether that is something that I'm good at or not. I know that I can do it, I feel so pussy right now.
I was selfish. I wasn't even thinking about them too, honestly. I'm just saying this right now. I'm waiting for my turn, making sure I'm ready.
Welcome back, players.
Llama in the
You
background while
both
the
did an
battle's happening like
amazing
this.
job. But obviously, we have our winner of our first challenge, and that is Regan. Congratulations. You have earned 2 extra helping hand points.
To get to the end of this, I have to do good and I have to adapt and I have to, you know, continue to surprise not only myself but the judges.
How are we feeling? That was an amazing job from you both. Dawn, you really did do a great job in that battle as well, keeping up with her.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling galvanized. I'm ready for my redemption. But I'm really happy for Reagan. She did an amazing job. So I'm just ready for the next challenge.
This was an amazing battle. It was a lot of fun to watch. I hope we all could learn a little bit from that because, you know, at the end of the day, we are here to talk about and learn and enjoy VGC in our own special girly pop way. And before we go, I just want to remind everybody where we stand with points. With 4 points, we have Regan Thracia.
4.
With 2 points, we have Dawn and Patty Wampus.
Oh.
With 1 point,
Aaron realizes.
Llama,
Oops.
Destiny, and Archie.
I've made my mark. I've got a point. And now all I have to do is get that point into a win.
And with no points, we have Aaron.
I feel so bad for my sister. That is so sad. I'll remember this because then it gives me a chance to make sure that he's not left out again.
Oh my
Watching
god.
for that is shady. But anyway, everyone.
Raise your hand if Aaron was robbed.
Sure, absolutely.
God forbid we're being sisters.
Well, that didn't look very sisterly to me, honey. But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for today. This was so much fun.
Destiny.
We really did enjoy getting to know more of you, getting to know more about who you are, what you stand for, you and your partner Evolution. And we are very excited to what we have prepared for next week's episode. So thank you. And before we go, remember, never trust a fart. Thank you, everybody.
True. Words to live by.
I think it's a good thing that I didn't win the first episode because I don't want to have a massive target on my back. Again, big personality, easy to pick on, easy to pick off.
I might have lost the battle, but I did not lose the war. Period. I'm from the Bronx, honey. Boo boo bop.
Boop boop bop. Boop boop bop. Hey, who's that? Well, that was episode 1. What do we think? What do we think? Boop boop bop. Well. We did it, Shiny. We did it. You did most of it. But we did it. Oh, yes, we did it. Better than Madonna. Well, I wasn't here for this episode. I helped like brainstorm what would happen in the episode, but like I wasn't there, so I didn't know anything. I wasn't here yet. I won't say when I'm here, but I wasn't there yet. And so being able to see what happened is very exciting because like I actually genuinely have not seen that. If that makes sense. And to like jump in after the girls and the contestants, I should say, have already been talking and like have their like drama maybe with each other or whatever it is, and not knowing anything that's going on is like, I don't know who hates who. I don't know who has alliances. I don't know. I don't know who does a good performance and who doesn't. I have no concept, you know? So like coming in and seeing this is very special because it's like I get to see all the like stuff that I didn't see.